For myself, what I noticed is overall strength building and balance, which is so important when you're walking.
Whole body vibration helps you to walk across the country at age 81. It's absolutely incredible. Welcome to Good Vibes with Becky Chambers. Everything you need to know about whole body vibration from the world's leading expert.
For informational purposes only, not medical advice. Consult a qualified healthcare professional before making health decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided.
I am so excited today to have a special guest. We have Dr. Judy Benjamin. She's a PhD and a board-certified health and wellness coach. She's an endurance walker and Alzheimer's advocate. At age 81, she completed a nearly 3,000-mile walk across the United States, traveling from San Diego, California, to St. Augustine in Florida in 7 months and 10 days. The walk was undertaken to raise awareness about Alzheimer's survivors and the long-term impact of the disease on individuals, families, and communities. I am so excited to have you here, Judy, because I know that you use whole body vibration and that it helps you in your battle with Alzheimer's yourself and getting you strong enough to actually be able to walk across the country at age 81. It's absolutely incredible. Please tell us about your experience.
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Becky, for inviting me to be on your podcast. It's a pleasure. We've known each other for a little while, and when I first started exploring vibration therapy and whole body vibration, I reached out to you and I'm a researcher also by training, and I started researching it, and I realized that your product was really the right one for me to use. And I also use it in my coaching practice. I recommend it to all my clients. If they get it, some do, some don't, but I think it's really great. But for myself, what I noticed is overall strength building and balance, which is so important. It's important when you're walking. It's important not to fall. And certainly as you get older, let's say over 60, any age really, people can fall and break a hip at age 40. But the older we get, some of us, we don't catch ourselves as quickly. So it's like a brain-body connection. But when you get used to using vibration therapy, it's like your brain gets tuned in to that gentle movement and you're kind of ready. You know what I mean? If you do turn your foot over or you trip over something, you're more likely, this is in my opinion, but I think it's correct, you're much more likely to correct yourself before you fall. And
absolutely.
yeah,
You're going to catch yourself. And that's part of that is physical training, having the muscles ready and strong. And it's the nervous system being optimized, which vibration will stimulate your proprioceptor balance centers 20 to 50 times per second and really improve the neurological aspect as well as the muscle aspect, so that I've had a lot of people report that they might start to lose their balance and then they recover and they don't fall.
it's kind of like little children will do that. You know, kids, they topple and stumble, but they'll like get right up or they don't fall over. And I think that's a skill, as you say, it's a neurological thing, because it's just like I also do a lot of training for not falling. And in addition to the vibration, I have people stand on one foot. I've done it on the vibration platform a lot. And I wouldn't advise a newcomer to do it unless they've got something to reach out to, because we don't want anybody to fall off of the platform. But I will do 1 foot at a time, and that teaches your brain so much about really being aware and the sharpness of the synaptic process of your brain. So I really relied on it a lot for the past several years. And when I was on my walk, I really do think it made a huge difference. I mean, I felt contact with the earth. I walked on all kinds of surfaces. I walked on gravel, concrete, grass, dirt. And it was just the sense that I could feel anchored, to the ground, that I had that good connection mentally, and physically with my place on the earth.
So you started using it, I think, about 5 years ago. So I'd like to hear about what sort of training program you used with the vibration and other forms of exercise, because I totally recommend for people that they use the vibration along with other exercise.
Yeah, that's a great point. And I didn't have a plan in mind 5 years ago that I'd walk. I mean, I just didn't even think about that. In fact, it came to me rather quickly, about 3 months before I actually started out walking. And people say, well, how did you train? The truth is, I've been training for years. And for what, I don't know. I've been strengthening my body and building up my brain. I was diagnosed over 15 years ago with Alzheimer's. It was very strong in my family. My mother had it, my four uncles had it. My mom passed away after a long struggle. And I started to get symptoms, and I was diagnosed by my doctor and said, well, you have what your mom had, and there's nothing we can do. And I just said, I'm not accepting that. There's nothing we can do. I'm very much a fighter. And I said, no. And luckily, I was introduced to Dr. Dale Bredesen out in San Francisco, and he had a theory that it's about inflammation to the brain. It's like we have all of these assaults on our brain. It could be stress, could be alcohol stress, lack of sleep, poor diet, lack of exercise is huge, and also exposure to mold. And I kind of had all of those things. So I started working with him and reversing my symptoms to the point where all my symptoms went away. I mean, I had lost my memory. I couldn't remember my grandchildren's names. I couldn't remember my phone number. I couldn't do my gym lock, 4 digits. I had to write everything down. So I don't have to do that anymore. And I'm so grateful. So the journey, and this is what I like to tell my clients, it's not like you're going to do one off. You're not going to get on the vibration platform and do it for 3 weeks or 6 weeks, and suddenly you're going to get off and like your brain's going to be better. But it's a process of building it into your journey for wellness. And for me, the vibration platform was an integral part of that. How I used it was pretty much every day. I often, for most things I do, I'll take one day off a week. And I don't even know that you have to do that. It's kind of a psychological day off for me. I don't do my sauna. I don't do my V light. I have red light therapy that I use on my head. And I stop that one day a week. I stop the extreme exercise, and I just kind of think, write in my journal, talk to friends. I don't know what you recommend. I don't even know if that's a good idea. But for me, when I started, I would start with the 10 minutes.
Wait. You started with 10 minutes? That is
Well,
not what I
no,
recommend.
I got to back up a little bit, because the gym where I was working with a trainer, this is back 5 years ago. Um, I was in there one day. I just worked out with a trainer, trying to, get my muscles. I'm very small. I'm only less than 5 feet tall. And I have always felt like I don't want to be a weakling. So I had a really nice trainer, and I saw this machine sitting there, and they had the larger one with the handles. I forgot what the number is, but I said, what is this machine? She said, oh, get on it and try it. You'll love it. It's really good for you. And I got on, and what did I know? I put it on for 10 minutes, but at a low speed. And I was fine with it. I got off, and I felt like I had taken a drug. I was so elated and happy. And it's like, I just felt great. I just had this really good mood. And so I asked her, I said, wow, I mean, do other people get this reaction? She said, yeah, usually people feel much better when they get off of it. And this particular place has a lot of military going in there, because it's in a town where we have a lot of military bases, and they deal a lot with PTSD for soldiers coming back. And that was one of the reasons they had gotten it, was to help with depression and people feeling kind of down and out. And so I tagged it, you're going to hate this, but I tagged it the jiggle machine. It's not a jiggle machine. It's not like my mother might have used, with a strap.
Right.
I've had to spend a lot of time explaining that to people, but it really did make me feel so much happier in using it. And so I reached out, I did some research, and I read, because I'm a scientist, I started pulling up the articles, the scientific articles on vibration therapy and what were the benefits. And I saw strengthening, bone building, psychological, neurological. I thought, this sounds great. Maybe that explains why I felt really good from it. And then, of course, I reached out, found you, and got my own. And then I started ordering them for other clients. So it's been really great for me, but I don't recommend my class to start with 10 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
they start with 2 minutes.
Now I'm understanding. You'd already been doing vibration and built up a tolerance for it and a strength to
Yeah.
be able to
And
use more.
I was doing a lot of other strength building things as well. But I mean, I have people, and I'm probably getting off the topic of my walker, and then we can go back to that. But I have a couple of people. I've got a retired physician, for example. He's 73, and since he retired, he doesn't want to move. He doesn't want to walk. He wants to sit in his lazy boy, and he's deteriorating for that reason. He's suffering from constipation, other things that happens when you don't move. So what I was able to do is they ordered the vibration platform, and I said, you don't have to stand on it. Just sit on a nice steady chair and put your feet on it. And that's what he did. He did that for about 3 weeks. It started very slowly, and pretty soon he was willing to stand up for like 1 minute.
I've seen this with a lot of people too, that it helps wake you up, and it's working on the mental level so powerfully to wake things up and alleviate depression, get serotonin levels up because it does raise serotonin. So it's just a great way to ease your way back into moving more and feeling better about your body, and your energy level goes up because even a little vibration like putting your feet on it will increase your energy level and your mood. And then you feel more like working out and walking around.
And not
Yeah.
to mention the blood flow, the fact that it stimulates the blood flow, which is something that I really like about it, because I've always been a big advocate for getting oxygen to your brain. And how do you do that? You increase your blood flow because that's the carrier for oxygen for a whole body. And that's exactly what it does.
It's an incredible story. And stay tuned, folks. We're going to have Judy come back and tell us more about her incredible story of overcoming Alzheimer's. That episode will be coming up, and stay tuned. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Judy. I want to remind everybody one more time, this is Judy Benjamin. Her website is judywalks.com, where you can find out the whole story. You can find me on my website at bcvibranthealth.com, where you'll find just the right kind of vibration machine for your brain and your body, bone and muscle. There's a lot of different machines out there, but they're not all the same. We are going to do a workout together, and I invite you all out there to do this along with my group here. And if you don't have a machine, just work out with us anyway. For those of you who haven't done vibration before, it's very important to start slow and build up with vibration. Set it for the amount of time and the settings you know you can handle, and then just keep going with us with your machine off. All right, here we go. Don't worry if you can't keep up. I'm going to show you different levels of each exercise, and you just do what's right for you, okay? And have your machine set at the right settings for you. So we're going to start with a beginner's squat. And that means you bend your knees and you stick your butt out a little bit, but it doesn't have to be much. It could be just a little bit, whatever's good for you. And if you can pull on straps at the same time, that is awesome. Here we go. Whew. All right. We're going to do 30 seconds on. This is the intervals. 30 seconds on, and then 10 seconds off while we move into the next position. And don't worry if you're a little behind getting in the next position, because I put an extra 10 seconds in there for the exercise. So if you don't get there till a little late, it's fine. All right. That was the first one. Second one is a lunge like this. You want one leg bent, the other leg is out behind you, and you're going to pull on the straps again. Okay? Like this. There we go. Whew. Okay, you can do it. Here we go. Do you feel yourself using those muscles? You feel your muscles working hard? It's awesome. All right. And pull on the strap. If you can't be pulling on the strap, it's fine. You could be doing this, and you don't have to be in such a deep squat. You could be like this, whatever you need. If you were just still standing on the plate like this, that's okay. All right, here we go with a cardio exercise. Now, it's going to be jumping jacks of some sort, right? If you want an easy version, you go like this, and then the other way. Okay, and you don't have to lift your hands as far as I am. You could be going like this, but you're moving. Okay, if you can do a full-on jumping jack, go for it. All right, this is a sort of cardio plus whole body vibration workout. It's a combination actually of a HIIT workout, which is high intensity interval training, and full body vibration. And it is super effective for getting every system going in your body. By now, you should be starting to feel the effects. All right, we're going to go back to some resistance training. All right, you're going to stand on your plate, use some kind of straps if you have them, and pull out to the sides. If you don't have straps, you can just lift your arms up. And if you happen to have some weights, which bring water bottles to class. If you don't have weights, you could be just lifting these weights up. Okay, but I've got straps. So I'm going to pull them out to the side. Then I'm going to push them to the back like this. Woo. I'm talking too. That's what I'm not this totally out of breath. It's that I'm trying to talk too. All right, pushing back. There we go. Good job. All right. And now we're going to do the other side lunge. So remember which side you did and do the other side. If you need an easy version, just stand with one leg on there, put some weight on there, okay? If you can do a harder one, put that leg further back, get a lot of weight on there, and you can pull up on a strap. At the same time, that's good because it really makes your balance work. But if you don't have to, you could be holding on to something. If you don't have a handle, you can just hold on to a counter nearby or something. If you're ready for the harder version, pull up on the straps. Listen to your body, everybody. Your body, what counts, and you really need to listen to your body. All right, doesn't matter what I'm doing, much as how you feel. All right, cardio again, right? Okay, you're gonna lift your legs up high. You can do it walking like this, or if you're ready for this, you can do more of a jumping. Okay, this is called mountain climbing. So you're really getting a good workout here, lifting those legs high. All right. By getting the vibration is so many things. It's incredible, but it is not an aerobic workout. So by adding these aerobic exercises, we're also getting our heart rate up, increasing the oxygen. We're making it good for our heart as well as everything else and optimizing. All right. Whew. Okay, now we're going to do some tummy exercises. Core. We're getting at the core, which is really fantastic. If you've got a weight, great. If you don't, it's okay. Just do it without the weight. All right, this is the easy version. It's standing and pulling up one leg and then the other, doing like a crunch while you're standing like this. And if you're able to get down here, we got the V for victory. You're in a V shape on the plate with just your butt on the plate, right? And try to have a nice V shape to your body. You could have your arms out straight or crossed. If you need to hold on to something to balance, you could. Good job, everybody. All right. Push-ups are next. Now, if you're standing, because some people can't get up and down, that's fine. Take your weights and push out, okay? This is making your arms work. And if you're down here, push-ups. Yeah, I want you to know I could never do this on my toes before I started doing all this working out with a vibration machine. But if you want to start on your knees, that's fine. Doing push-ups. Or watch And then if you can do them from your toes, then good job. This is a new thing for me. Real exciting that I can finally do real push-ups. All right. Nice job. Would you believe we're ready for cardio again? Just zooms right through. Okay. This one, we're going to kick our heels up to the back. Okay. So if you're walking, you can kick your heels to the back. And if you're up for going a little faster, making it a little harder, you can do it more like with a little hop or running type of step. Okay, like this. Good job. Great job. All right. Okay. Here we go. You are more than halfway done. Well, just about halfway. So good job. If you're getting real tired out there, fine, slow down. If you need to take a little rest, that's okay. And then when you can, get back to working hard. All right, next one is diagonal crunch. Okay, so I'm going opposite off to one side and then to lifting the opposite leg. And just stick with that leg, right? Okay, your core exercises and excellent for balance. If you can get down on the ground, onto sitting on the plate, it's like the V for victory, but you're turn on one side, one leg straight, the other knee bent, the bottom knee is bent. Can you see? And I'm trying to touch this elbow to that leg, that knee. All right. And you just crunch in as tight as you can and try to touch. Good. All right. Now you're standing, triceps dip. All of these can be done without weights or with weights. But if you're standing, your elbows are up and you're dropping your hands down behind you. Just your hands and your forearms are moving. Okay. So triceps muscle exercise. And if you're down here and able to do a harder one, you're on your hands, your body is off the plate, facing away, and you're doing triceps dips. Okay, good job. Make your arms strong and mighty and looking great. Okay, and even harder is to put your legs further out. Okay, you could make them straight. That's like really, really hard. Okay, good job, everybody. All right, next, let's see. We got one more cardio. Well, one more after that. I'm going to kick out to the sides this time. Okay. All right. That might look challenging to some of you. If you need to keep your feet touching the ground, that's fine. Or you could want to make it harder, add a little hop to it. Okay. All right. Good job. Here we go. Okay. Ooh. Nice job, everybody. You feel yourself getting stronger. Everything's tingling. Your bodies are woken up, alive, and awake. Everything's where vibration stimulates every cell in your body. Wakes it all up. All right, got another diagonal crunch. Opposite side from last time, right? So this time we're going to go this way. Like this. Here we go. All right. Nice job, everybody. Just like that. Okay. Whew. All right. And if you can get down here, you do a diagonal crunch on the other side here. All right. So you're on the other side. This time you've rolled on the other side. And the other leg is straight. The top leg is straight. Bottom leg's bent. Try to touch opposite elbow to that bent knee. All right. Yeah, can I do it? Pardon me. This side is always harder for me. All right. And pelvic bridge. This is very good for this part of your body that connects the bottom and the top, right? Very critical for health. Pelvic bridge. If you don't have weights, it's all right, but get in a squat, right? And push your hips forward. You can feel it tightening all in here. Tighten your gluteus muscles and your thighs as you push your hips forward, okay? This is the easy version. Harder version, you'd be on the ground And this is a pelvic bridge where you are down here. You lift your hips up, okay? Just like that. And you can go up and down a little bit. All right, nice job. Nice job. One more. All right, if you're getting tired, okay, just slow down, but keep moving. And if you're not tired, if your arm works exhausted yet, push it. All right, here we go. Lift, bend down, pick something up and throw it. Kind of like a basketball. Picking up a basketball and throw it, right? All right, here we go. Just like that. On the machines I'm using, a 15-minute workout is like an hour. That's what we're doing here. Okay? And everybody does it at the level that's right for them. You're only trying to increase your own health, not worry about somebody else. Okay, here we go. And I can tell you this works. So many people getting so much better, including me. I can't tell you where I was. All right. All right, we got a couple more exercises. Plank is next. So if you're up here, do off to one side and then the other side, okay? Like this with a little bit of a squat. Kind of a modified, but you're getting the same core area. And if you're down here, because some people can't get up and down, and that's fine. We're adjusting. But the standard plank is you're on your elbows and a straight line from your shoulders to your heels. When you just hold that position, and it gets surprisingly difficult after a little while. Okay. All right. You can do it. Good job. One more, and then you get a massage. Okay, because your vibration machine can give you a massage too. If you are standing, pelvic bridge. We're going to do that one again because it's so important. You've got your weights, you're in a squat, and you push your hips forward. Okay, tighten your gluteus muscles. And if you're down here and you want a bigger challenge, the pelvic bridge is this, right? You could do a one-legged pelvic bridge. Hold that for 10 seconds or so now. Then we'll switch and do the other leg. Okay, look at that. You're reaching for the skies. Hi there. All right. Good job. Fantastic. All right. Nice job, everybody. You've just done your workout, and I'm sure your body is tingling and just thanking you for getting everything woken up. We're just doing a massage right now. I'm doing a calf massage, and I put my hands behind my head. You can just stand on your machine and get a massage going through your body. Just relax. Do whatever feels great for you. Okay? You deserve a break. After working out, get something really pleasant going for yourself. Feels good. And know that you have done a phenomenal thing for your body, and it's going to thank you all day and tomorrow. Body's all revved up, ready to take care of itself. Okay. Great job, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and come back 3 times a week. We're going to have this podcast, and you can work out with us and get yourself going, get everything working properly in your body again.